Hi again. Um, I kind of wanted to get this video made before it left my brain. I wanted to do it from a different room because I'm doing laundry right now. Right, like where I recorded the other video, there's like the laundry stuff's like right there, so it's yeah, there's a lot happening. Um, why does that matter? It doesn't. Um, but I kind of wanted to get this video made while it's still on my mind and talk about just, with those of us with ADHD and just, people in general, whether you're neurodivergent or neurotypical or you have anxiety, depression, or anything like that, is be kind to your mind. And what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of, sorry, I've been sick, so my voice is kind of hoarse. So and that's part of why I sound how I do. This isn't my normal speaking voice, and why I'm clearing my throat a lot. So, what do I mean by being kind to your mind? Those, those of us with ADHD or anxiety or depression or anything, we all, whether we realize it or not, we set really high standards for ourselves. And so many of us, myself included, and even, like my wife and my mom, less so now than she used to because she's retired now, we're all go all the time because it's either our work life or our attempt at work life home life balance, or something's constantly being expected or asked of us, or there's constantly something happening because life doesn't like to give anybody breaks. And it's tough. It makes it tough to actually be able to take time for yourself, and most people don't even realize that. Most people don't even realize how important taking at least some time for yourself is, even if it's a couple minutes in a day. And when I say be kind to your mind, it's kind of in the sense of some of those expectations that you have of yourself, you can kind of just look at them and go, hey, like, I appreciate it. I appreciate, how highly you think of me, but I really need to just right now. Sometimes you gotta kind of hold yourself to a little bit of a lower standard. Like myself, for example, I live with my wife. We live with my father-in-law, and there's always something around this house that has to get done because it's an old house. Like right now, I'm in our bedroom, and this is how the one wall looks because we had a really, really bad window leak, flood, something during the summer, and it stressed me past my breaking point. So it's currently like, it is repaired, like everything's all put together and stuff, but I've yet to sand and repaint because I did this bedroom in the first place for us. It's fully insulated. And then so when the window leaked, it created mold in the walls and made all the insulation wet, so I had to rip it all apart. Anyway, not important. What's the point I'm getting at is that this section it's still not done, but I'm in no rush. Partially because the problem's solved, and I'm partially putting it off because any of you who've ever done drywalling and drywall mud knows that it's a damn mess, and I don't want that mess in this bedroom. So part of it is I've had to kind of tell myself, look, You gotten this far with it. It's good how it is. We'll revisit it later. And that's kind of the point I'm getting at with just being kind to your mind. You know, some of you may not be at the point you're at in life that you want to be yet. I know. I don't want to say that I'm not. Like, I am pretty happy with where I am in life. You know, I got married last year and we've been doing well and we've been, you know, working our asses off. But there's still things that I need to do, be it self-improvement and just things around. But I'm not stressing myself out over it. Especially due to the fact that I'm still getting over being sick. And the problem is we live in a society now where everything is go, go, go. Sometimes you just gotta slow down. Sometimes you just gotta realize that some things take time. And that's okay. Some things are allowed to take time. You know, go back 100 years. Everything took time. Some things took days, months, years, week, whatever. Some things take time, and your mental health is no different. You know, you may be stressed out over something, you may be grieving the loss of a loved one, you may be going through it, right? And you want to be done with it, you want this to be done with so you can get back to normal. You gotta be patient with yourself. It's not just gonna happen overnight. It's something that you can work on. And that's the brilliant part about us as human beings, is that when it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to your mental health, given that you're, I guess, sound of mind, we'll put it that way, is that you can work through it. You can get yourself better, but you have to almost work counterintuitively to how you think you should be. It's the age-old method of working smarter, not harder, right? Because the more you stress yourself out, the more you're going to stress, and the more it's going to weigh on your mind, and eventually it'll, it can have physical effects on you. So it's one of those things where you got to be able to at least take a few minutes, just a few minutes in a day, and just slow down, reflect, breathe. I know with those of us with ADD, that's not easy to do because our brains are constantly moving, but do something that you like. Like, do something that you like doing that's not attached to anything, whether it's, playing video games or going for a walk or cooking dinner. Like, I like cooking dinner. That's one thing I like doing. But you do something that kind of takes your mind off of everything, at least for a few minutes in a day, and allow yourself to do it. Don't sit there, don't constantly sit there and go, oh my God, I have all these other things to do and I'm putting it off. No. How you can think of it is, yeah, I've got all this stuff that needs done. But right now, I need to look after me. That stuff's still going to be there later. It's not going anywhere, right? You got a pile of laundry that needs done. Fine. Throw it, you know what? Like I'm doing right now. Throw it in the washing machine, throw it on its cycle, and go do something you like. Go do something you like doing while that's happening. Then you can go back to it after. Or wait for a bit. Like, we put too much pressures on ourselves and each other these days, and I think we really need to dial back. That's my opinion anyway. I'm just a dude talking to a camera.